Hello everybody, Acre of Love Homestead here. My name is Kimberly, welcome back. I haven't made a video in probably about a week for the fact that I was sick. I don't know what hit me. It wasn't COVID or anything like that, so who knows what that could have been. I'm still a little groggy from that, so you have to excuse my raspy voice. I just want to bring y'all along today because I'm starting to clean up different areas like this area. I'm not sure if I want to do a greenhouse just yet, or not a greenhouse, a garden this fall just yet. I haven't really decided on that, but if I do, I might end up putting some stuff out here because it's really good soil. So I might put some stuff out there, but I got to get that stuff burned first. I'm just kind of going along and picking up, all the stuff that's, been used during the summer and kind of organizing stuff today. I did want to say, so I had a plan for the goats. I had a plan that they could eat all of this stuff is what my plan was. Well, that didn't work out. I even blocked over here. I blocked over here where they couldn't get out, and then I blocked over there where they couldn't get out either. Well, unfortunately, they still keep getting out. So that plan was shot, at least for now, until I can figure out what I can put on that other side of the house so that they can't really get out on that side. But that's what we're kind of doing today. We're kind of just going along. Gardening season here is over. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a fall garden or not. I might plant some stuff. I'm not quite sure yet. But what else? The pigs are doing good. They're getting bigger. Chickens, I have some grow out chickens over here. I'm hoping that we can. I'm watching that dove fly. Oh, there she goes again. I'm hoping that we are in the fall, we're going to put some of our older chickens in the freezer. Ouch, stinking ants all morning eating me alive. So that we'll be doing that. Hopefully, I've already done some rabbits. I'm waiting on the other ones to be big enough to be able to be put, in freezer camp also. I will be getting another load of dirt eventually to go in the garden beds in the front because I lost a lot of dirt this year. I will take y'all around there, but the neighbors are working with machines and all that stuff. So whenever they're gone, I'll take y'all around there. But that won't be till later on this afternoon. They were there till 7 o'clock last night. And then hopefully again at the end of September, I think I'm gonna start breeding our rabbits for maybe like a fall harvest or like a winter harvest on the rabbits. So that's kind of what we got going on. I do need to clean out from underneath the rabbits and put all that manure out where the raised bed gardens are. Trying to think what else I haven't been able to tell y'all lately. Not really much has changed around here other than just the garden in the front. It's just completely dead. We are in August now, and that's one of Texas's hottest months that we have. So that just kind of, as much as I watered, it would never keep up, unfortunately. But just trying to get stuff ready for winter. Trying to be prepared. That way we don't have to really do much in the winter time. Everybody's already got shelters. I just need to put the door to that chicken house. I need to make some kind of a door to put on that chicken house for the winter so they don't get cold in there. And if I need to run a heat lamp, then I can. That's just kind of what's been going on. Ain't nothing really been going on because I've been sick and stuff. Just working and stuff like that. Just trying to get stuff going. Our building is coming along. We have the walls up. We have the ceiling fixed. So we do have that, and I'll show that to y'all after all those people are gone because you probably won't be able to hear me with all them big machines. I will do that later on in the afternoon. But this is probably just going to be a boring video this time, guys. That we can walk around and see everybody for now. So let's walk around. I need to get my mower going because my mower stopped. So I need to mow all this stuff out here. Let's see. Let's go over here and look at the pigs. They're ready for their breakfast, and I got to give everybody some fresh water this morning. But they're bigger than they were last time. They're a little bit tamer too. I go in there when I change their water and kind of pet them and stuff like that. I think I'll be keeping the red ones depending on how them two right there in the middle, if they get bigger or not. If they don't, then we'll keep the two white ones and then two 2 red ones. One of those small red ones I have to keep because he's the male. But not quite sure yet what we're going to be doing there. Ah, y'all bossy. They're so bossy. Over here, this is all grown up. I picked a watermelon out of this and gave it to the pigs yesterday. It was a small one. My blackberry bushes, I'm going to have to dig them up. I'm going to plant them somewhere else because the plan for this area here, so from here down, is going to be how I had the goats last time. That's how the pigs are going to be because they can't stay in there. They're just in there for now until they get a little bit bigger so they can't fit through those panels. So I've already had one escape artist. And we have our chickens over here, the big grow out chickens. Hopefully I got some, I know I got some hens in there, but they may all be hens if I'm looking at them right. Maybe one little rooster. I didn't order, I was gonna order a whole bunch of roosters. I didn't order that, I rethought that. I was going to order, you know, like 50 roosters to put in there just to grow them out. Cause I don't do the Cornish chickens. My husband doesn't like growing those. So we didn't do that. Oh, there goes a bunny. Wild bunny. I think she has a nest over in here somewhere. But so yeah, we didn't do that. So I'm just gonna grow and hatch what I can for my stock and see how that kind of goes. That's usually what we do anyways. That's Wendy. I don't think Wendy's pregnant. Unfortunately, she is we tried, so I bought a milking stand. And she is not a milker. She will not let you milk her. I bought hobbles, those come in today. I'm gonna try to practice with her. Unfortunately, if she doesn't, you know, learn how to be a milking goat, I'm gonna have to either trade her for something or she'll be freezer bound. This one here, she will get up on the stand and let you milk her, yada yada. I need to deworm her. So ever since I've got her and started milking her, she's lost quite a bit of weight. So I've been giving them extra pellets and stuff like that, and they get I have a big round bale of hay, so they get, you know, hay off of that. I know that La Manchas are not supposed to be super fat goats because they're milking goats. It's kind of like a Jersey cow. They're not supposed to be super fat. So, but I think today everybody's going to get their dewormer today, and we'll solve that problem. But she does really good. She gives about a quart a day, which is pretty good. Or no, actually I went to every 2 days since Juniper still milks on her. I think the issue with her is just letting her dry up and letting her dry up and just letting her kind of heal on her own, because they won't be bred anytime soon. I don't have a big male to breed them with, so that's why I was hoping that Wendy over here would be pregnant, but I really don't think she is. And then Elsa, if I can just have Elsa as my breeding goat, that's what I would, as my milking goat, that's what I would do. Because she's a really sweet goat. It's just the other one is, I want to say, the leader, and she follows her and does everything she does, and I don't like that. And they got up here on the porch one day and just jumped right on over because they wanted to go find pellets. So she's a bad influence on Elsa. See, we have some of these roosters, that rooster. They'll probably be freezer bound, which is not a bad thing. Excuse me. Got my helper here. Yep. That's kind of what I got for now. I'll bring y'all back whenever those people are gone this afternoon, because I need to clean out that front area anyways, and we'll check on that. Like I said, this video is probably gonna be a boring video, just a bunch of talking. Yep, I'll bring y'all back whenever all their stuff is said and done. Okay everyone, so right here my mic decided that it wasn't going to work, and right here I'm just kind of explaining that the other day I did take out some of the honey, and I saw the little varroa mites in there. So on this video I'm going to be putting some thyme oil in there, and that stuff, you know, it's really strong, so I don't advise you getting that on you too much. Right here I'm going to take the lid off. And I also have 2 of like these little mite catchers that I'm also gonna put in there. But we'll see. Like they weren't very aggravated. It was a cloudy day, That's why I didn't get into that bottom box to check for varroa mites, or varroa mites. But see here, I'm trying to check my mic, thinking, oh yeah, it's on. It was not on. Trying to get my smoker going here. Taking a minute. Usually I don't have a very good time with getting my smoker to start, which that's fine. Still trying to get that smoker going. If you can see on the bottom box, there's still, you know, a lot of bees going in and out of this hive. This hive I bought it, actually I caught it last summer, and it's lasted up until now, and they're doing really well, other than those varroa mites that are in there. So I'm gonna try to take off the top here and see if they're gonna be aggravated too much at me. Not too much. Got the lid off. They're actually doing really well. They had 4 frames, and I pulled one of the frames for honey, which, I mean, you know, that's okay. I only pulled the one. We don't need that much honey for our family anyways, and I'd rather them be able to have it and survive during the winter. That way maybe next year we will actually be able to put another box on top. So right here, I'm looking down in there, I guess, to see if I could see any of those varroa mites. This is, you're supposed to put that thyme oil in each corner, or like on a napkin. I did put it on the top of the box, and then I put a little bit on the frames itself. So right there, I'm trying to get that bottom box off. And I think eventually I decide that that's not a good idea, because they were getting a little agitated. You know, mind you, on a cloudy day, you don't really want to mess with them because they don't really like that. They had it really, really glued on there with their poultice that they use. So kind of got it up there. And then that's when they kind of started getting a little, not aggressive, but they were very aggravated at me at that point. And of course my smoker went dead again. I don't know why I have so many issues trying to keep that smoker going. So I think right here I'm debating on how I want to do this. See, it starts going a little bit. It doesn't last very long, but it does start going again. I'm pretty sure that's a bee right there on my back. So whenever I smoked them, that actually aggravated them more. They were like, hey, this is not what's happening today, and you're fixing to be stung and out of here. So here's where I start I'm like, okay, let's just put the thyme oil on the top corners. And we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put it a little bit like on the hives, I guess, themselves, because they like to hide in little crevices. So I'm hoping that that's gonna help. I do need to go back out there and check those the mite. Have like these plastic mite things that right there, you can put them down inside and it catches the mites. It's a mite trap. And you put them down in there. I technically need to put one on the bottom, so eventually I'm going to get in there and put one on the bottom. Now here's where I'm putting them on the top, and I'm hoping that they're going to work, because I don't want mites to take over my hive. We've been doing good all summer with no mites, and then all of a sudden here they are. I'm putting the lid back on because I don't want to keep bugging them while it's cloudy outside. Put their piece of metal back on top of there. And I think I put like right here, so I'm gonna put some around the hive, just, you know, kind of in case if it can kind of seep in there maybe. So I don't want to have to use those chemicals that they use at something folic acid or something like that. I'm not sure what that name of that stuff is. So I just want to use my natural way and see if that'll help them. Here, I've put it all around. Now that, like I said, that stuff is very potent, so you don't want to put like over exaggerate it, because even in the house when I got it on my hands, man, it stunk up the whole house. It is very strong. And there I push in the little entrance. I push it in all the way because it had it kind of sticking out. Don't want any robber bees to get in there. What I'm doing standing there, I have no clue. I guess I was saying something, but that's that, guys. Fixing to start. Ow, if I can stop getting eaten by ants. Cleaning out all of these beds, that way we can get ready for fall. I've already got this one pulled out. And I have a lot of dirt that I'm going to have to add to these beds. I did plant my carrots in these two, so we'll see if we can get some carrots come up. But we're fixing to pull all this stuff out. That way we can start filling. Hopefully I can go get another load of dirt at some point and fill up these beds. That's kind of what we're doing today. We're off work early this week, so have lots of time to get stuff done. Hello everybody, Acre of Love Homestead here again. I'm still trying to complete the video that I started on Sunday. It's kind of been super hot, so I haven't really been getting outside. Whoops, sorry, trying to fix my camera here. So this video has been taking me a while to get done. As you can see, I have started clearing out the garden beds here. I've already taken one basket over to the goats, and we're probably going to run this one over there and give it to them. But I'm trying to get everything cleared out so I can get some more dirt in these raised bed gardens. That way I can start planting my fall stuff. I started my seeds. So technically I should have started my seeds a couple of weeks ago. But a couple of weeks ago I was under the weather, and I wasn't able to get them, you know, planted and started. So I'm starting probably a little bit late, or maybe early to some people. I do notice that my garden center already has some of their fall plants out. I don't know if I'm going to go that route or not, because usually I don't have a good fall garden for some reason. Maybe it's because of the weather in Texas. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to try again, and we'll see what happens. I did plant some, I know in the other part of the video, I told you I planted some carrots in these two raised bed gardens here. Hopefully y'all can see that. And these two raised beds. I want to see if anything's coming up. I don't see anything yet. At least not on that one. Nope, don't see anything just yet. My gourds are still going. I don't know if that's all they're gonna do, but they're still going. I forgot to water them, and then I watered them, they started growing back. So let's actually, I'm gonna take this basket over to the goats and give that to the goats. And then I'll come back and kind of finish. I gotta get that big sunflower out. There's a big sunflower over here that I've gotta take out of the garden. So, and that thing's way down deep in there, so I might have to cut it out. I have left a couple of basil plants. I left this basil plant, and that's a habanero plant, so I left those in there just to see what they would do. I'm trying to get this done before the sun comes out. It's a cool morning this morning, so we got our working shoes on and let's get to work. I'm actually gonna run this around. I'm gonna run this to the goats right quick. Over to the goat. I'm back now. Went and dropped that off to the goats, gave them some breakfast to eat. Let's see. I think I might leave this jalapeno plant and this jalapeno plant. I know y'all can't see that. Move, guys. Get out from underneath my feet. puppy always wants to be underneath your feet. So I might leave these two jalapeno plants. They seem to be still kind of green. Sadly, they did better of these that were in here. So I may just leave those. Get down. I don't know what you're doing. She's always all over the place. Hopefully y'all don't fall over. I am going to clear out this other stuff, because what I am going to do is I'm going to clean out the rabbits, and I'm going to put the rabbits' manure over here. And I'm probably going to plant me some cucumber seeds today in one of these beds. And it's probably going to be where one of these arches are. I'll probably do it over here. I had to find my knife. I have a knife in one of these beds somewhere. Let's see. There it is. I lost a lot of dirt in that bed. There's something in my shoe. Oh, y'all are on the floor. So you stinking dog, get out of here. Knocking over my stuff. That dog, she is always all over the place. Now y'all are blurry, so I'm sure you got... Okay, so now they're not blurry anymore, and now it's on the ground. She literally just ran by and knocked it over. Stinking dog. She's a puppy, but she always wants to be up underneath your feet. And I'm not used to that, because Rocky didn't do that. Technically, she's not even my dog. She's my husband's dog. She's a terror, I can tell you that. Now, so hopefully we have lots of plans for the garden this year and in the spring. I have my seeds separated out by when you can plant in August and what you can plant in September. So I'm going to have to sit down and actually plan that out. Like I say, I probably will go ahead and stick some cucumbers in this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. In this bed. Really? That one is way down in there. Come on, out. Well, that didn't work. Her roots are way down in there. That's crazy. Well, it's kind of like that basil. There's a basil plant over there behind y'all. And that thing, I couldn't pull it out. I'm going to have to cut it down. Come on, let go. I'll show y'all this root here in a minute. Sadly, it doesn't seem like that big, but... So this is the root that I just pulled from there. That's crazy how big that is. I will be sprinkling some DE down in here in these beds because we've had a lot of ants this year. Stop eating crickets and you won't be having an asthma attack, goofball. So I pulled that out. Let me... So see, I've lost a lot of dirt, which all of these weren't filled to the top, but I have lost the dirt in a lot of these beds. Like this one, I lost quite a bit of dirt in that one. Pull out this dead marigold. I've already harvested all my marigold seeds that I had. Got them in packages. So I've got this cleaned out, all this pretty much clean. And this is that basil I was telling you about. It's way down in there, so I'm gonna have to cut it to get it out. And then this is that sunflower that I need to cut out. I did bring my hatchet, it's somewhere around here. So I need to cut that out. And I'm not gonna let sunflowers grow like that again. What do I do with that hatchet? There it is. And I'm still waiting on, well, I need to call them again, I guess, because I wanted to order another thing of mulch, but they haven't called me back, so I didn't really want to move mulch around in the summer anyways, so I'd rather they bring it to me in the fall. I hear you, bird, but oh, there you are. It's a woody woodpecker. Oh, let me see if I can show you. He's a woodpecker. He's way up there. Don't fly away. Don't. Oh, he flew away. Anyways, there he goes. But he was a woodpecker. Man. That's a bummer. I wanted y'all to see that woodpecker. Now I gotta find a flat spot to put you back on. There we go. Gotta get my exercise in for the day. We're slow again at work, so unfortunately I get to stay home, but I do get to do stuff around the house that needs to be done. This thing is massive. It's not even funny how massive this thing is. Well, what is it? I'm stuck on. Oh, it's grown through that. Okay, I see. Pretty sure just spread seeds everywhere. I'm a seedy mess. I can't let this thing win. It's got to come out of here. Come on. There we go. You're probably going to see me get beat up by a sunflower. This thing is massive. Okay, well now that I got that off, let's see if I can pull this out, maybe. I didn't think so. Holy moly! Why I want this let go? I guess the roots grew around this, I'm assuming. I'm going to assume the roots grew around the whole bottom of this thing. Come on, get out of here, sunflower. Your time is over. Well, that thing's massive. It's gonna take out a lot of my dirt if I don't get it off. I don't understand why this won't let go. Yeah, that'll never happen again. We will never let that happen again. Especially not in a raised bed. I'm trying to make sure y'all, my mic is still on, because the other day I did, same part of this video, I did a video about my bees, and my mic wasn't on. So, y'all see me periodically look down at my mic, because I'm trying to make sure that it's still on. Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere. Woohoo! Alright, we got that out. Oh! What's happening? Okay, we got that thing out. Look at this. Look how massive that thing is. That's bigger than my head. That's how much damage a sunflower can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and lose that dirt. I'm gonna sit there and I didn't knock this one completely out of the ground, out of the dirt itself. I wonder if now that that sunflower's gone, this one will do better. Can only hope. He's still pretty green, so I'll water him real good, or put one of my terracotta bottles down on there with a terracotta pot and just let them take as much water as they need. But that looks way better. Woohoo! Golly. That was a wrestle if I ever had one. But man, that thing was huge. I'll show you all the spot that it was taking up. It was taking up that whole spot right there. That whole spot. It was just taking it up. Yeah, hopefully these jalapenos will do something. If they're green like that, I don't want to pull them. Kind of like that habanero one. Rocky, tiny dog, get over here. Guys are in the neighbor's yard. Really? Come on. What if that concrete would have still been wet? Get over here. Crazy dogs. This one I'm going to have to cut it for sure. Look at all those seeds. I've already harvested so many seeds, it's unreal. Man, I can't believe how big that basil got. Basil got real big this year. And my poor little trees, they haven't given anything. Probably not going to until next year, so that's fine. Spike. What'd you doing, Spike? Crazy dogs. I'm gonna show y'all my gourd. I can tell where I didn't water it for a while. Unfortunately, hopefully that didn't stun his growth because he hasn't grown anymore. And that's the only one that's grown on this plant. I had 2 other ones and they did die, but I think that's whenever it started getting hot. So I don't know, maybe with that good rain we got yesterday, maybe that'll help them. I really hope that my carrots come. I've never grown carrots. So I might just plant these carrots and then plant carrots somewhere else too, maybe in one of these raised beds. That way they have more depth to be able to grow. Yep. Well, guys, that's kind of what we have for today. It's probably a boring video for everybody, just a bunch of talking and a bunch of cleaning out. Trying to get ready for the fall. But hey, y'all like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.